Welcome back, everybody. You can hear the tractor back here running. I am back out at the barn today, and it's a cold day. My goal is to get a bunch of these piles of wood that are on the ground loaded up so that I can get in here and tear the rest of this down. So kind of get down to the nitty gritty, the less fun part of this job. Any job you take, at some point, you're gonna get to these parts where it's no longer really fun, even though tearing down the rest of this is gonna be fun. But finishing a job is one of the most important times, and it's when a lot of people start to kind of give up on it. The enthusiasm of a new project is wearing off, and it's hard to finish a job and finish it well. I've seen that in the workplace time and time again. But if you can, you'll stand out from the crowd. So finish the job well, because that's what people are going to remember. They're not going to remember how well you started out the job. They're going to remember how well you finished it. So try to finish every job as good as possible. So I got to get a bunch of stuff picked up. So I'm going to use the tractor and the forks and just start loading up a bunch of these boards, get them on the trailer. I'm going to try to get 2 loads hauled today, if possible. I don't know if I can have enough time because it's getting late already, but I'm going to try to get 2 loads hauled today. Hey guys, this is a lot of work, and it is so muddy out here. It's making it harder. I was hoping the ground would be a little more frozen today because it's been really cold, but it's not. It's just muddy. Got a bunch of them on. Still gotta get a bunch more. Trying to stack them up as neat as I can. These are some big chunks of lumber. I mean, this is like rough sawn 2x10, if not 2x12s. I really wish I knew where these came from. They're used. They got nails and stuff in them. I wonder if they're part of a barn or an old school or something. I mean, there's some old timber. Not a lot of it's good, but there are some good pieces in there. So I'm going to try to come up with some creative things to make out of these big rough sawn beams. Unfortunately, a lot of them aren't very long, at least not the good pieces. So I can't like use them for big rafters or something because I don't have enough long ones. But I'll come up with something because these things are pretty cool. All right, I got 1 load done, strapped down. Let's go get this unloaded, come back for another one. All right, trailer's empty, and I'm back here at the barn. So we're gonna get another trailer load, even though the sun's gonna be going down soon. But Sarah's coming with the kids and another trailer, so I can take a load back and the tractor back at the same time. It's kind of inconvenient for us to haul both things, so I wanna get as much done that I need the tractor for, so maybe I don't have to bring the tractor back. So I'm going to take this rope, I'm going to hook it up here, and we're going to try to pull the rest of this barn down. I'm just going to take a rope, try to pull this apart, and hopefully all this side will drop, pull it down in a few spots, get it all on the ground. And then I can start loading up these telephone poles and get as much of the heavy stuff as possible. That way, maybe I won't have to bring the tractor back if we don't run out of daylight. That's my goal though. It is getting cold with that sun going down. Whew. All right, it is pulling it over just not quite like I planned. I was hoping to kind of pop apart in the middle and this side would fall and the other side would stay, but this side's coming down too. That post fell right there, so I'm gonna hook on to the next one. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're definitely gonna lose a few boards, but you can see the whole thing's like bowing and twisting. So we'll pull this next spot. We'll see what happens, if it pulls apart or if the whole thing just comes down. Kids are here now, so they're gonna enjoy getting to see this barn hit the ground here in a minute.
on there. I can't get it off. There you go.
Well guys, we got another load. I got most of the telephone poles, but not all of them. So we still got at least 2, maybe 3 more trailer loads, and I'll have to bring the tractor back because there's still stuff that's too heavy. But we're making some progress. So it's late. We're gonna head home tonight and come back to this maybe tomorrow or whenever we get to it. Well guys, our trip home the other night from the barn didn't go as planned. So you can see the 8.1 Suburban's on the trailer with the tow truck because I had to go pick it up. We left out late. It's kind of a funny story, but not really funny at the same time because it wasn't super fun, but thinking about it's kind of funny. We left out late and the fuel gauge on my truck over there is intermittent. Sometimes it doesn't really work right. So when we left, my gauge said I was about out of gas. And it usually does that when it's not working, and then it'll kick up after a minute or two and give you the correct amount. So I take off, I'm like, it'll kick up in a minute. I don't think I'm that low. Well, it didn't. So we get on the interstate, we're rolling along, and I realize, yeah, I'm actually literally about out of gas. So I call Sarah, I'm like, hey, I gotta get off at the next exit and get gas. While I'm talking to her on the phone, telling her that, truck dies. So I just coast off the side of the road. I hop in with her, I go get some gas. I come back, put gas in my truck. Then I go to the gas station, and she just keeps on going home. While I'm filling up my truck, she calls me and says, I just ran out of gas. To which I responded, no, there's no way. The gas gauge in the 8.1 also does not work. But we reset the odometer every time so we know how many miles, and we go based off of that. And it had like 130 miles since our last fill up. It should go over 300 when it's not towing. And I had seen in the gauge sometimes works. I knew it wasn't out. But I was like, maybe we did something wrong. Maybe we didn't reset it at the right time. Maybe it is actually out. So I got gas, took her gas, took gas again, put like 4 or 5 gallons in it. By the time we got done, still would not start. Crank, 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 no start. So I think the fuel pump is out. It was a very late night because she had a trailer, I had a trailer. We got everybody home. Then I go back, I get the other trailer, come back home with that. Then I have to get this trailer in the tow truck because that's the only way I could get it on was with the winch off the boom. So I take this back and so I made a lot of trips back and forth. It was a very, very late night, but it's all done. So I gotta go drop this off at some point because I don't have time to fix it. I actually need several things fixed on it. It's got low oil pressure. It needs a new oil pickup tube. Some things like that, just some maintenance. It's about to hit 200,000 miles, so I got some kind of 200,000 mile maintenance to make sure it's going to last a lot longer. So I'm going to drop it off and get all that stuff fixed at one time, get the 4-wheel drive fixed. It's been intermittently having problems for a long time. We had that issue out in Colorado on our big trip last year. So I got to go get this Suburban dropped off and fixed in the next week or two. But that means we do not have a Suburban right now because the white one's down. But on the good news with that, our parts are on the way. I should have our solid axle swap parts here in a day or two, and we'll be able to get the solid axle going on that. So we're rolling in the trucks right now. Sarah's going to be driving my red truck around, and then I'll be taking my work truck so we can haul the family around. So we're a 2-vehicle family. I am kind of looking for another Suburban or Yukon, Tahoe, Excursion, something like that I could buy for really cheap just to get us by for a few weeks while this one's getting worked on, because it's going to take a little bit to get everything done that I need to get done, and that one's going to be even longer. So kind of perusing the marketplace looking for a good deal on something, but it needs to be cheap because I only need it for a few weeks and I'll probably get rid of it unless I find like a good used Excursion for really cheap. Then we might do some Suburban versus Excursion. Probably won't happen though. I don't know. Anyway, we're headed back to the barn. I got the boys, we're taking the trailer, and we're gonna go get a load of stuff from the barn. We made it back out here to the barn. So you can see it's just a pile of boards since we pulled it down the other day. That worked really good. And most of these are already popped apart. I'll have to pry a few apart here and there that are still stuck together, but most of them just kind of popped loose. So we'll start stacking all these 2x6s on the trailer and see how many we can get loaded up. Well guys, we got us a trailer load. Only took 45 minutes to load it up. We've got over half of the rafter 2x6s that were out here. So we've still got some over there and some more over here. Actually, we got like 3/4 of the rafter pieces. We got a bunch of them. So we got another trip to get rafter pieces. And then, well, there's a lot of odds and ends. But it took us 45 minutes to get that loaded up. Not too bad. These boards, they're mostly like 2 pieces. There's 2 sections because they were scabbed together. So they're like 8s and 12s or 10s and 12s. This trailer is 22 feet long, so gives you a rough idea. A lot of 2x6s there. That many new 2x6s would be like $500 or maybe more than that, maybe $1,000. I don't know. I haven't bought that many 2x6s recently, but a lot of good wood there for our chicken coop. We're gonna go this one unloaded, come back for another load. Yep, we got one trailer unloaded. We're back with an empty trailer. We're gonna load it up again. Load number 2 is tied down. We're really down to short pieces, a lot of short pieces, and then a few telephone poles, a little bit of metal, a lot of miscellaneous stuff. But this will be our last load for today. So let's go home and get this unloaded. Guys, it's another beautiful day, and we're back out here at the barn. Brought the tractor this time. We're gonna get the rest of these telephone poles. We got 4 telephone poles, and then we're gonna start loading up the rest of the long stuff. And hopefully we'll get it down. I think 3 more loads is what I'm hoping. Maybe 2 if we can really stack it on there, but I think this is a pretty good pile here, and we got just a lot of stuff scattered. So we get right back to work. I'm gonna finish this barn in this video. It's gonna happen. This is the last barn video. We're gonna get all this hauled away. Stay back, okay? Don't get close to it in case it falls. You never know when hydraulics might fail, and if they did, this would come slamming down. One load on. All right guys, we made it back over. I got a little bit more stuff on the trailer, the rest of the metal and a few boards in the tractor because I gotta get that back today. All we've got is this pile to go through. This pile is junk. I'm gonna burn that here. I got a little bit there to pick up. we've kind of just been sorting it as far as what's complete junk, and we'll just burn it here, and then the rest we'll take to the house. So we're almost done, but I'm out of time for today, so we'll have to come back another day. Well guys, it looks like the adventure is not over for today. Getting the truck to leave, I've got no drive, no reverse, nothing. It's all neutral. So something's wrong with the transmission, I think. I've had issues with the reverse in this truck for a long time, but only in reverse. And I just haven't got around to getting it worked on, but now I have absolutely nothing. I'm gonna disconnect the battery. Maybe the electronic little module down there is messing with it somehow. Maybe a reset will help that. Other than that, I'm just gonna have to get a ride. Start her up. Reverse. Nothing. Drive. Nothing. Two-wheel drive. We'll go into four-wheel drive. Not actually out of gas. Nothing. And ignore the oil pressure, that's not correct. And ignore the right rear door ajar, it's not ajar. Normally, I'd be like, bummer, I guess something's wrong with my transmission. But now it's like extra bummer, because the 8.1 Suburban is also broken. And of course the white one is not running. So I'm running out of vehicles. I mean, I have more, but these are the ones I use the most, the Suburban in this truck. And the others are not near as convenient. As is life. Well guys, we made it home last night. Old red truck came and got the tractor and trailer, which is a load for this poor truck. I don't like pulling that trailer with a half ton, but it's the only truck I had left to pull it with besides the tow truck. So we got this home. I still gotta go pick up my other truck, so I'll get that done today, get it over to a transmission shop so I can get it rebuilt. So it is what it is. We've only got a little bit left of the barn, so I won't worry about filming that anymore probably, because I got like one load of just miscellaneous stuff. So the barn is officially done as far as videos are concerned. I got a little bit more work to do, but I'm gonna get my truck fixed. I gotta get the Suburban hauled into the shop, get it fixed. So I don't have time to do all the stuff that it needs, so I'm gonna have someone do that. It is what it is. You use used vehicles, you gotta fix them on occasion. So, as is life. All right, we're gonna wrap this up here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.